Hello students, in this video lecture I am going to discuss what are the different types of maps you can talk of between two PO sets. Now suppose there are two PO sets which are given to you. A PO set P is given to you and a PO set Q is given to you. What are the different types of maps that you can talk between these two PO sets? You can talk of between these two PO sets P and Q. Now the first type of map that I am going to discuss is the order preserving map. When you say a map from P to Q is order preserving. Let's say there is a map psi from P to Q, then a map psi from P to Q is said to be an order preserving map if this condition holds. And what is that condition? The condition is that whenever an element X is related to Y in P, if this implies that the image of X, which is psi X, is related to the image of Y, that is psi Y, in Q, if this happens, if this condition happens, then you say that psi is an order preserving map. So X related to Y in P must imply that their images psi X and psi Y must also be related in Q. That is, psi X must be related to psi Y in Q, or psi X must be less than equal to psi Y in Q. So pictorially speaking or diagrammatically speaking, something like this should happen. If you have P is a PO set which is given to you and Q is another PO set which is given to you, and X and Y are two elements in P, and under the map psi, the image of X is psi X, which is an element in Q, and under the map the psi, the image of Y is psi Y, which is again an element in Q. Then you say that the map psi is an order preserving map if whenever X is related to Y, if this implies that their images, that is psi X and psi Y, are also related, then you say that psi is an order preserving map. So as an example of a map which is order preserving and which is not order preserving, let us consider P, this particular P which is expressed in terms of hash diagram, which we can see is a chain of two elements. So let P be a chain of two elements which has a hash diagram like this. So the lower element I am referring to as X and the upper element I am referring to as Y. Let's say under the map psi, P maps to the PO set Q, whose hash diagram is this, and X is being mapped to psi X, which is here, and Y is being mapped to psi Y. Now this is psi is very much an order preserving map, because here from the diagram of P you can see that X is related to Y, and now X is related to Y. This is implying that their corresponding images, that is psi X and psi Y, are also related in the same way. So because the condition is being satisfied, so this is an order preserving map. So this was an example of an order preserving map. And now coming to the second example. Now in the second example, we have taken the same sets P and Q. P is the same, Q is the same. The only thing is that the labeling has changed. Here from the labeling you can see that X is related to Y, but here from the labeling you can see that psi Y is related to psi X. So this means that X related to Y, this is not implying that psi X is related to psi Y. The relation is not this. Psi X is related to psi Y. This is not holding, but this particular relation is holding, which means that this is not an order preserved. But what should have happened actually for this map to be order preserving? For this map to be order preserving, psi X should have been down and psi Y should have been up. But this is not happening. Instead, what is happening? Psi Y is down. So and psi X is up. So this is something which we don't expect for a order preserving map. So this map is not an order preserving map, because it is not satisfying the condition that X related to Y in P implies psi X is related to psi Y in Q. Since this is not being satisfied, so this map is not an order preserving map. Now coming to the second map, which is an order embedding map. A map psi mapping from P to Q is said if not only this way implication holds, which means that if the elements are related in P, not only should their images be related in the same way, but the opposite should also be true, which means that if the images are related in Q, then the elements should also be related in P. So both way implication should hold. If both way implication holds, then the map is said to be an order embedding map. And one thing which I want to mention over here is that when you talk of a relation between order preserving map and order embedding map, so you can just see that order embedding map has for a map to be an order embedding map, two conditions should be satisfied. Not only this way implication should be satisfied, but this way implication should also be satisfied. Elements related should imply images are related, and images related should imply the elements are related. So this has order embedding map should satisfy an additional condition, which means that if a map is an order embedding, then obviously it is an order preserving map, because the first condition is satisfied. So because this condition, the condition for map to be order preserving will automatically be satisfied if the map is order embedding. So every map which is an order embedding will always be a order preserving map. Converse may not be true. So for a given particular example, converse need not be true. So you can just see that for this particular example that we considered for order preserving map, now in this particular map you can see that x is related to y, and this is implying that their corresponding images psi x and psi y are also related in the same way, and also the opposite is being satisfied, which means that the images, whenever the images are related, then the elements are related. So both the ways the implication is holding. So this particular map is an order preserving map, as well as it's an order embedding map. But let me talk of an example in which the map is not an order embedding map. For example, this particular PO set P, in which there are three elements which have been labeled as x, y and z, and this is the map psi, and it is being it takes P to Q, where Q is this. Now you can see that this is order preserving, because all the conditions for an order preserving map are being satisfied. X is related to y, and here psi x is related to psi y, because psi x is down and psi y is up, and also here x is related to z, and here psi x is related to psi z, because psi y and psi z happen to be the same. They are equal in this particular example in Q. So whenever these two conditions are holding, then the images are also the images are also related. So these two conditions are also holding, which means that the map is an order preserving map, because there is no other relation other than these two. Y and z are not related to each other, because y and z are non-comparable elements. But so you can see that one way implication is holding, that whenever the elements are related in P, then their corresponding images are related in Q. So because one way implication is holding, so this map is very much an order preserving map, but it is not an order embedding map, because the this opposite implication is not holding, because you can just see over here that psi y is related to psi z, because psi y and psi z are both equal, but this is not implying that y is related to z. This is not being implied, because in fact y and z are not even comparable. They are not related to each other. They are non-comparable. So this condition is not being satisfied, which means that if the images are related, then the elements are not related. So because the second condition is not being satisfied, so this is not an order embedding map. And now coming to the third type of map. The third type of map is an order isomorphism map. A map psi mapping from P to Q is said to be an order isomorphism if it is an order embedding and it is also onto, which means that this has to satisfy maximum number of conditions. That is, if a map psi has to be an order isomorphism, then maximum number of conditions have to be satisfied, which means that elements related in P must imply that the images must be related in Q. This is one condition that must be satisfied. And if the images must be related in Q, and if the images are related in Q, then if this happens, then this should happen, then the elements must be related in P, and also it must be an onto map. So in a way, three conditions must be satisfied, which means that the map should be, if a map is an order isomorphism, then it is order preserving because the first condition is satisfied, and because the second condition is satisfied, so the second condition is also satisfied, so it's an order embedding map. and because the third condition is satisfied, so it's an onto map. So this means order isomorphism is having maximum of all conditions. A map which is an order isomorphism is an order preserving map, and it is an order embedding map as well. So but the converse is not true. Converse need not be true. And you can see as far as this particular example is concerned, the first example, in the first example you can see that this particular, if this was your P, if this was your P and if this was your Q, also the diagram has been marked with a lot of annotations have been made, but I hope you can make out the diagram. This is your P, which is encircled, and this is your Q, which is encircled, and you can see that that the elements are related is implying that the images are related. The images are related is implying that the elements are related. So this map is an order preserving map. It's an order embedding map, but this map fails to be an order isomorphism. Why? Because it is not an onto map. This particular element which I am marking as red, this particular element is not having any pre-image. This is not mapped to any element over here in P, so it doesn't have, this particular element doesn't have any pre-image. So this is not an onto map, because this map psi is failing to be an onto map. So although it is order preserving, although it is order embedding, but it is failing to be an order isomorphism. So this is an example of a map which is not an order isomorphism. But here we have you can just see that this is a PO set P and this is a PO set Q, and here this particular map you can verify that this is order preserving, because X is related to Y, and implies psi X is related to psi Y. You can see over here psi X is related to psi Y. Then X is related to Z, implies psi X is related to psi Z, because psi X is down, psi Z is up. And W is related to Y, is implying that psi W is related to psi Y, and W is related to Z, is also implying that psi W is related to psi Z. So all the implications are being satisfied. So here not only one way, not only this way implications are being satisfied. Let me write the previous one also. X related to Y implies psi Y, psi X is related to psi Y, this one is holding, and X related to Z is implying that psi X is related to psi Z. So not only this way implications are holding, but the other way implication is also holding, which means that this map is not only order preserving, but it is also order embedding. Also you can see that this map psi is onto, because all the elements on the right have pre-images. So this particular map is not only order preserving, not only order embedding, but it is also an order isomorphism. So this is an order isomorphism, and here because you have been able to find an order isomorphism between the two PO sets P and Q, so P and Q in that case are said to be isomorphic PO sets, and we write like this: P is isomorphic to Q. So this is the notation that you use. So that was all about the ways we can, the different types of maps you can have between two PO sets. Order preserving map was one map that we discussed. Order embedding map was another map that we discussed, and order isomorphism is the third and the last map that we discussed. Out of all the three maps, order preserving map, order embedding map, and order isomorphism is that map in which maximum number of conditions must be satisfied. It should be an order embedding, and it should be onto as well. So that was all about the maps between two PO sets.